Hi friends, and welcome back for another rousing rendition of PC news from around the PC world. Here in the US, we're quickly approaching the first days of spring, and if you haven't noticed, graphics card prices are starting to slowly come back to normal. I even got to see an RX 6900 XT sell for just a few bucks over the MSRP on eBay the other day. But you're here for the real news of the week, so let me serve up why AMD and Intel have halted chip sales to Russia for now, just what the heck is going on with Bungie and why they're banning Destiny 2 players who are using Steam Decks, and something huge or small for those chiplet-loving chip makers. Now that's enough rambling for this one. Let's get laser focused and tear through these topics. It's no secret or small matter that there's a large-scale conflict underway in Ukraine at the moment. It's been that way since before our last episode. But many around the world are stepping in and pushing back against Russia, and that includes AMD and Intel. Both companies came out on Thursday, March 3rd, and issued statements that they were ceasing shipments and sales of products to the countries of Russia and Belarus. Belarus for allowing Russia to stage its arms on their soil. AMD went on to say, based on sanctions placed on Russia by the United States and other nations, at this time, AMD is suspending its sales and distribution of our products into Russia and Belarus. And it is all AMD products and products we power, so PCs and etc., in Russia and Belarus. Now, Intel's statement was rather similar, saying Intel condemns the invasion of Ukraine by Russia, and we have suspended all shipments to customers in both Russia and Belarus. Now, I and many others are hopeful that this conflict is able to come to a resolution quickly for the sake of the lives at hand, not the sales of computer chips. On the other side of the world, we've got Bungie outright banning folks over the device they want to play Destiny 2 on. That's right. You want to play Destiny 2 on your brand new Steam Deck? I wouldn't know what that would be like because I still don't have mine. Then prepare for a smack upside the head with the good old ban hammer. But why? It's a game on Steam, and Valve owns Steam and the Steam Deck. Well, it turns out that Destiny 2 is not supported for play on the Steam Deck or any system using Steam Play's Proton unless Windows is installed and running. Seems like it's tied to Bungie's anti-cheat implementation, but that's mostly speculation as PC World hasn't received an official statement from Bungie at this time on the subject. The good news is that if you do manage to force Destiny 2 to work on your Steam Deck and you're banned, it looks like it's a short-term ban and the game is going to be removed from your library for being a naughty gamer, but after some time, you'll have access to it again. But I wouldn't risk this too many attempts if I were you. Now on to actual hardware innovations, and this one's great, folks. So chiplets or tiles or whatever you want to call them are everywhere now. AMD has been using them for a while in its Ryzen lineup, and Intel is about to be moving to them as well. Well, tiles for them, and I'm sure other chip makers will join into the little chip revolution soon enough. But for now, these little chips have been relegated to only working within the chip maker's ecosystem. What if there was an open source platform that could be used instead? Well, that's where the Universal Chiplet Interconnect Express, or if you're like me and prefer a nice and tidy acronym, UCIe. Now, how this could play out is quite interesting, as in Mark Hawkman's article at PCWorld.com, he makes an excellent reference to Intel's Kaby Lake G, a product of Intel and AMD working together to put an Intel CPU and a Radeon GPU on the same package. UCIe makes use of the existing technologies like the PCIe standard and Compute Express Link, or CXL for short, and uses that to create a foundation from which to build a custom combination. And this is an extremely exciting technology for making even more compact and creative designs for laptops and other small form factor systems. Of course, it makes them much more complex in repairability and such, but I'm sure that's a bridge that will be crossed when it's reached. And with that, I bring this week's chapter to a close so that we can all get out and enjoy a little warm sun finally. As surely as I say that, winter will make its final stand here in the States. But Russia won't be getting any of those toasty chips from Intel or AMD, as both have halted sales to Russia and Belarus over the ongoing situation in Ukraine. Bungie are being boneheaded, but kind of understandably so, with banning folks who try to play Destiny 2 on their Steam Decks. And no, Streaming services are not a viable solution for Steam Deck owners. And a new Universal Chiplet Interconnect Express platform could pave the way to some wild combinations and designs built off multiple companies' IPs. I mean, think of the future Intel and GeForce hybrid chip. That could be fun. But as I roll out, I want to thank you all for joining in again. And as always, if there's something bigger and more important to you than what I got and I may have missed, please share that with me and the rest of our friends down in the comment section. And while you're down there, hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed here at PC World for even more PC hardware and software goodness.